What's going on, guys? It's Roz. We are here at Comic-Con with Team The Walking Dead. Now, I'm going to dive right in because that last one flew by. It looks like we have a confrontation set up with Morgan and Rick, which is shocking to me. And it's so fascinating to have this character come back after this passage of time. Talk a little bit about where he's coming from. He seems to have gone off the deep end and come back again.
Morgan's in a very different place to the last place we saw him in, and when he arrives in Alexandria, it seems like Rick's in a very different place than Morgan expected to find him in. And I think over the season that dynamic is going to cause some ructions. It's going to bang against each other, and hopefully they'll work it out.
You know, this is interesting for Glenn in particular because Glenn has been the one that's really tried to hang on to a moral center almost more than anyone, which would bring him from appearances more to Morgan's point of view.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of the characters really kind of sway along this, you know, this line between humanity and savagery, and all that morality is, you know, just mixed between everyone. So there's a lot of people that Glenn can confide in with that. Morgan being one of those people, Maggie. I'm sure in even some aspects, you know, you can have Rick be a part of that. You know,
Sure.
He can speak to that, Michonne, and that's kind of the beauty of it too, is that everyone's kind of on their individual journey with that.
Does it feel like alliances are sort of going to be tested and move around as the season unfolds?
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's definitely going to be aspects of who you vibe with, I guess, on either side of that line, and ultimately, though, there is a very us versus them mentality right now, just in terms of sheer survival of making
Right.
Alexandria work.
Yeah. So Craig, you often direct the openers and closers, and they're big, coming
Yeah.
big. So what can you tease about what you're coming in with for this upcoming season?
Well, you know, each season we set our character's story into motion in the first episode, and we usually wrap it up by the finale. So
Right.
the first episodes are always really big, and I think knowing where we wrapped up with the last episode, I can say that we pick up with almost the identical shot of where we ended for the beginning of season 6. So the episode, we continue to challenge ourselves. It's a very bold episode. They're all very different. This one, you know, it's very challenging. You know, you get little clues as to what's happening, and we allow the audience to sort of put it together as we give them little tidbits of what's happening in the first episode. But it definitely sets us into motion on the first half of the season with just this one episode.
There's a lot of sort of speculation often online about zombie physiology and why are their jaws so strong but their heads are soft and things like that. Do you pay attention to that and then sort of want to answer it with the zombies that you bring on? How much they're decaying
really.
or not?
You could talk about like, oh, well, if there's blood flowing through them, then does that mean their heart's beating? And if
Yeah.
their heart's beating, does that mean that, like, if they eat you, do they poop?
Yeah.
Which is always something Norman
That's-
asks almost every day.
I think about that every day as
You do?
well.
You think
I
that-
just is more silent about it. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you know, it's just part of the anatomy of our show. That's
Yeah,
just
I mean, our show can be surreal, but we're trying to ground the surreal in a real way, and so I think there's going to be things that, you know, are left to whatever the imagination can come up with.
And you know, the zombies are, I mean, a lot of the sculptures that we do, and we create the rib cages and all the organs, it's all anatomically correct. I mean, we use medical textbooks when we sculpt everything, so that's my background, you know, I was pre-med before I got into this. So I think that authenticity in terms of the research that we do certainly lends a lot to it, but we've never found a walking corpse to see what they do.
Yeah.
So,
And I guarantee in this season, no one's going to be asking whether or not zombies poop.
They're
Yeah.
going to be asking a lot of things.
They won't
to think
have-
about
you
what's
haven't
going
read the
on
next
here.
episode.
It's totally killing me, but I'm being wrapped again so early. I have so much to talk to you guys about. But we love the show. Great season. We're really looking forward to the next season and what is happening here. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
For
you.
all things Walking Dead and Comic-Con, keep it locked right here to IGN.
Thank you.
Thank you.